Morning, Shad. Morning, IFE. What's going on, gentlemen? It's been a couple days since we did some shooting, so I've got to get out and get after it, I guess, huh? It's a little low. I didn't know how far that target is, but I guess it's probably 20 based on that. Not too bad for the first cold shot, 3-shot group there. I'll take that. So I guess we need to talk about a couple things here. We have just completed the first week of the Maryland season, and it's been somewhat of a rodeo. Super Grizzly is sweet. It's sounding good. It's feeling good. Back Mountain, what's going on? We're going to try to have a pretty awesome live here this morning. But what I want to do is talk just a little bit about the weekend review. We've been on deer since day one. Last Friday, I had deer in the morning. Didn't get any shooting because it was all pre-dawn stuff, all under the tree. A couple minutes before first shooting light. Then we moved in on a nice bedding area. We picked up some heavy doe traffic, and then we had a buck come in, and we had a shot on a velvet buck. Nice little four on one side and a club on the other side. And I buggered that up. You guys have probably seen it. Major Shady, yo, what's up? Buck the rules, 10-10, that's right. So then we went back in for another attempt there, and we got skunked because I think some guys had moved through that bedding area. Then I hunted Monday night, Monday morning, Monday evening, and Monday morning we had a shot opportunity at a doe that I didn't take. It was a fawn, probably at 18 or 19 yards. Didn't have her in the frame, but I brought that all to you guys live. Everybody saw it. It was pretty awesome. Then Monday evening I tried to go live from the tree, and I had some technical difficulties there because I only had one bar of service. But later on in that evening, just at dark, I saw probably 3 of the biggest bucks I've ever seen running with another buck that was nice. Then we were back in there on Thursday. I had the bucks come in right under the tree that I was in on Monday, and that nice little 8-point come down at 12 yards. Zach, what's going on? And because I had that big, I don't know, 140-inch, looks like a non-typical deer, but he was shedding velvet, so he had a mess everywhere. But I had him up the hill, probably 55 or 60 yards away, and I thought he would come down to the same tree and walk the same trail that smaller buck walked, but he didn't. He came out around, and Didn't get an opportunity on him, which kind of made me feel bad because I passed up on that 8-point. Hello, hello. And then I went back in last night and no dice. Yesterday, Saturday, a lot of traffic in the woods yesterday. Maybe somebody had gone in and buggered up that bedding area. I'm not 100% sure. But either way, we had no deer movement up until dark last night. So we're going to make another attempt tomorrow. We're going to hunt all day. We're going to see what happens. Hopefully things work out. But if not, those bucks may have been pushed out of that spot that they were in. And then we'll try to find them again, because there's 2 of them in there that are probably 150s or bigger. And that's the goal. I would love to shoot a 150 early season. Takes the pressure off. Then I can get into hunting big bucks in Pennsylvania and not have to worry about it too much. Zach, it's all good. Figures. I take the compound in to get the job done, and they don't show. So today I'm rocking some new, this is a King's camo, part of their 5-layer pieces. It's a pretty phenomenal shirt for early season. Yesterday it worked out really good. It was nice and cool, even though it was 85 degrees. That shot's right on the money, but that target is soft, so the back of the arrow kind of fell down, but that's perfect. About the same height as that one. Straight heart shot there. That's what we love to see. A little far forward there. I am not from Japan. Yeah, I think today what we're going to try to do, IFE, is put some of these videos up, take some of the lives, do some clips, maybe get some decent long form footage up. You guys can check it out, see what all happened so far. But yeah, season is in full swing. It's been kind of ridiculous. What time is it right now? I don't know. It is 8:23 where I'm at. Eastern Standard Time, Pennsylvania. So we're shooting a couple different distances here. I think that first target is probably right around 11 or 12. Well, no, that block is probably 15. The bedded doe is probably 17. I don't know, something like that. It's probably 14, 16, and 20. I don't even know if it makes a whole lot of sense to even shoot this target anymore, because all I'm gonna do is damage it. I need to get a new insert today. There's that. This block is also torn up beyond belief. Maybe we'll turn it around so we can shoot that part. Then we'll be aiming for right there. That's where the heart's at on that thing. I'm in the US. Corona, what's up? LaVille, what's up? I think the wife does need a new 3D target. I did get some confirmation from her that maybe she'll try to shoot with me today at some point. Maybe we'll go live and we'll have her shoot either the lightweight bow or I've got a real small compound in there that would fit her well. I just have to get that set up for her quick. That would be dope. These deer are not real. T2 fishing, what's up? Hello, Indonesia. Boom, it's in there. Right where we want to be. Now that's kind of the rundown of how my season's gone. Al has had very similar success. Unfortunately, we haven't put a deer on the ground yet, which I'm not too nervous about. It is what it is. But this would probably be the slowest season in the last 4 years as far as putting a deer on the ground, usually by the first week. I mean, if we were using the compounds, we'd easily have 4 or 5 deer down already, including a 140-inch buck. So I can't complain. It's been great. But using these bows is it's a choice that we made. And for us, I think it's the right choice. It seems like everybody's really interested in it. They're interested in the story, and we appreciate that greatly. And we're just having fun. Perfect. But I'm glad everybody's awake, jumping on the live on a Sunday morning, super early. Wanted to try to shoot that target a little higher, not that far back though. Not quite that high. Hello, Massachusetts. Speedy, we have a great video posted out there on the YouTube ski about one of the best budget bows you can buy. It's a Samick Sage knockoff. You can get it on Amazon for about 80 bucks. You can probably get set up ready to shoot for about $150. That's where I wanted to shoot it. Zach, if you get out there, man, make some videos. Octo Gamers, hey, look, you're on the list, man. I will take that into consideration. Calvin, what's up? Veronica, how you doing? That's where we want it. Right there in the sweet spot. Anyway, following up there, what I like to do with my moderators, right? If you're going to be a moderator on the channel, what I like to see is, you know, some regular appearances, get to know you a little bit, have some conversation with you. And if you're a good fit, then we'll go ahead and slap you with the moderator rights. Again, we're kind of a young channel, so we're just being cautious and careful with how we proceed with that kind of stuff. A level of trust comes in with the, that privilege, and that's all we're looking for. Somebody that's genuinely interested in the channel, and somebody that's going to bring value as a moderator, keep everybody straight, do the right thing. Veronica, we're located in Pennsylvania. Where are you from? My yard is all right. I like it. Worked long and hard, made a lot of sacrifices to get this yard. All right, genuine question. When and where can we see the real thing? We've been doing it live here. When I'm out in the woods and I've got good cell phone reception, I like to bring it to you live. Probably tomorrow morning at first light, I'll do a live from like 6:30 to about 8:30. And usually we have good traffic during that time with some deer. And that's the goal, to get one on live. Jim, I'm from Pennsylvania, in America. Kenya? Well, hello from Kenya, I guess. That's a long way off. Hell yeah, thanks, I'll be tuning in. Well, good, great, I want to hear that. The chat's a little lively today, I like it. You guys are the best. Keep up the good work, we love to see it. That's right in there where we want to be. Let's bring it up a little bit and a pinch to the right. Or pinch to the left, don't matter. I think what I got to do is really work on my back tension here. Clean up some of this stuff. Just like that. I think sometimes when I'm shooting live, I just get into this groove where I want to shoot as much as possible, show you guys what we're capable of, put a lot of shots through the bow, and then I just don't focus on that back tension. Sandro, hello, Brazil. Penguin, hello from New Zealand. Bow hunter, what handguard am I using? Hey, that's a great question. I'm a simple guy, and I operate on a budget. This is an HME. I picked this up at local Dunham's. It is pretty fantastic. You can see it's full length. It's got 4 buckles on it, and when you set those buckles at the certain tension that you want, they stay where they need to be. I love that handguard. For the money, you can't beat it. I think it's only like 10 or 11 bucks. Hello, New Hampshire. Rannon, if I'm pronouncing that right. As far as a bow recommendation, it's going to depend on your budget, right? I'm a huge fan of the Bear bows, but they're a little pricey. This is a Bear Super Grizzly. It's a beautiful bow, but they run about 550 bucks. The whole line is pretty fantastic. This one's a 45 pound at 28-inch draw. And again, price is a huge determining factor. Alfred shoots a Samick Sage knockoff. He's done a full bow review on that. It's up on the channel. He loves that thing. That one only cost 80 bucks. So the sky's the limits. I also have a longbow. That's a custom one. But I've broken it, so we're shooting this one. I don't know if Ruger makes bows. That's a good question. I have to jump on the interwebs and take a look. Psyche. Trad bow is the real shit, man. With this week kind of kind of wrapped up, it's been like the shot opportunities that I have had were some of the most just absolute adrenaline pumping situations I've been in as a bow hunter. When I take the compound to the woods, I don't have any of that. It's not nearly as intimate, right? Perfect. Ooh, that one's high. I don't know how. I felt like I was spot on. Maybe when I released it threw my arm up. Yeah, and if that's if you're going towards a traditional bow. If you're going to use a compound bow, I have other suggestions. Tell me what you're looking for, and maybe I can give you a better idea of what's out there, and you know what kind of budget you're working with. I mean, you can get a ready to hunt bear bow as a compound for $500 or $600. I mean, ready to go with arrows and everything. That shot wasn't as high as what I thought. That's not bad. And then you can go all the way to like a decked out Matthews or a decked out Hoyt and spend well over $2,000 on, you know, the best bow. It's going to cost $1,100, $1,200, $1,300, and then with sights and stabilizer bars, depending on how you want to shoot it, what type of release aid you're going to use, you can spend some money. I mean, a good release aid can cost $250, and then you can spend as much as $500 on them. Audrey and a bears. I'm looking for clarification on that. No, they're not real. Not right now. Today's Sunday. We can't hunt Sundays, but tomorrow we're going to bring it to you live early in the morning. Grayson Latchford, what's going on, my man? Good morning to you. Yeah, I don't know if they're overrated, right? Like they have a huge following. They have a lot of people that are interested in buying those bows, so they can command maximum price. I mean, Matthews probably sells more bows than anybody else in America for sure, probably across the world, as far as compounds go anyway. I mean, they're great, but yeah, you can pick up a PSE, probably $200-300 cheaper, and have basically the same performance out of it. Veronica, don't let my wife see that, but thank you. Austin, it all depends on how you want to do it. I think this is a very intimate and very personalized way to go about hunting. There we go. Silent or extra deadly? Yeah, it does depend on that. Bear archery for life. I like it. Let's take a slap at this one right here. I don't know how I'm so low right there. Did I aim for 15 yards or did I aim for where it's at? That ain't good. Ain't good at all. That's better. That's better. Zach, you should do it, man. I'm telling you. Even if you don't hunt with it, it's going to make you a better vertical bow hunter. And yes, any quality bow, even some non-quality bows, they're, you know, the technology is at a point where um, just about all these bows are shooting good. You got it tuned right, you got it set up just how you like it, shooting your arrows the way they need to shoot, and you're gonna have success with it and love it. But Zach, specifically for you, I go to shoot in the compound now. I took it out yesterday. I was shooting at what, 77, 78 yards with it, and just smacking that block. Wouldn't say dead center every shot, but I had some pretty, you know, 4 or 5 inch groups at 77 yards, and I'm lobbing some heavy arrows. So I was pretty happy with that. Comfortable to take shots out to 60 on deer, probably. If I had 3K for a bow, I'd probably have one. Yeah, I spent $2,160 when I bought mine. It's the most expensive hat I ever got, believe me. But I'll have that bow for a long time. And the cool part is even the resale value. If I stripped that bow down and just sold the V3X right now, I could probably get $900 out of the bow. No sights, none of the other stuff on it. And with the sights, the rest, all that other stuff, that was basically the cost. I mean, the bow price was $1,150. I could probably still sell it for $900 or $1,000 a couple of years later. Is the audio still cutting out, Alfred? Or is it good? I got it at a local shop here in near Lebanon. Yeah. Actually, I bought, well, I can tell you guys, it doesn't matter. I bought it at Satar Creek Outfitters. You can order stuff online from them too. They got a pretty awesome shop. The guys there, most of them are traditional archery hunters, and they've had a bow shop for a lot of years. But the service and the quality of that service is probably unmatched from a bow shop perspective. .200 grains at 2,400 feet per second does work. Randall, what are you shooting that out of? Sounds like a 30-06 or a 308 or something. Yeah, Lebanon. Damien Fenz, are you from PA too? Kiswahili. Is that a language? I'm shooting a bow, guys. That's what I'm doing. Shooting a bow, talking shop. Marlin 330. Okay, that makes sense. Yep. 35 Remington. Yep. Big, slow bullet. I love it. 200 grains is a lot of lead. For whitetail, anyhow. But he is shooting it out of a Marlin. And, you know, those lever guns, dude, I don't know, man. They're just, again, it's like a recurve. They kind of have a sex appeal to them because they're either in your blood or they're not. Everybody loves the modern bolt action rifle, but those lever guns are just cool. I don't know how well you guys can see that with the sun. I think when I bump in front of the camera there, it kind of adds a level of darkness to it there. Honey badgers. What? Zim, what's going on? So I adjusted my brace height a little bit today. We're back at about 8 1/4. I think that's where this bow shoots its best. Again, we're doing a three under, 3 tab. You can see how my knock point is slightly higher than the rest. I don't know exactly how high it is. I think it's about 5/8 of an inch. What that does is when you draw the bow back, it actually flattens the arrow out, as the angle is created with the string. Being a little bit higher keeps the arrow from, like if you would draw the bow and the arrow is level or lower than level, what you'll have is the arrow will bang off the shelf. So most traditional archers, somewhere between 5 and 7/8 inch higher, get you right on the money as far as your setup, so that you're not banging your arrow off the shelf and having it kick high. Again, we're looking for perfect arrow flight. That's what makes getting this done so much easier. Good arrow setup with a lot of weight forward. FOC is a pretty important part, because if you can get that weight forward, the vanes are going to follow the weight, stabilize that arrow, get you shooting real good. I'm in the neighborhood shooting. This is a private yard. Look, I live in America. My neighbors are awesome. And we just do it. We run it. Nah, there are not too many kids around here. Yeah, there's nothing down here. And I can see a couple, I can see all the way down there. Again, I'm shooting a traditional bow. These arrows, they don't go any further than like the end of my yard. This bow's a 45 pound at 28 inch draw. Yeah, and I got to work on the back tension. I've got to keep my anchor point correct, and the more I shoot, the sloppier I get for sure. But I mean, at 20 yards, we've got 2 arrows in there. They're basically touching on that buck. They're both in the kill zone. Like, that's all I got to do. All I got to do is put the arrow where it needs to be. PA season is coming up. JD, if you're from PA, man, I hope you have a great season. 6th October, we're almost here. Oh, I'm getting too old for this stuff. That's why I partnered up with that pretty awesome feller named Al. He keeps me young, keeps me at it, keeps me working hard, even on the days where I don't want to because I'm tired and lazy. Good to have somebody like that in your life, keep you going. My wife's also younger, so she just drives me crazy. In a good way, guys, in a good way. Iran, Russia. Bolt action in muzzleloader season. Yeah, and I think that's kind of important, Law. Being able to relate to some of these seasons, both, traditional muzzleloader, like Pennsylvania is a flintlock only. I think it's the only flintlock only state left, right? Everybody else can use percussion caps. Adds a whole new level of challenge, right? You've got to have your muzzleloader set up and ready to go. And if not, you can have all kinds of challenges. Al and I are going to do some things. We talked about a plan yesterday where in rifle season, we've traditionally hunted with the compound bows, but I think this year what we're going to try to do is take advantage of rifle season with the muzzleloaders this year, get back to our roots. Grayson, thanks for staying on, man. You could do whatever you like. Hello from the Philippines. What? Danielle, you're not in the Philippines. I know better. I know where you are. You're in the Pennsylvania as well. Yeah, I love it about Pennsylvania. They don't play no games. That's where we want to hit them every time. Hello from Russia, Casey. Credit, lovely. Henny, what's up? Let's go. Let's go. Murda, what's going on? Murda that thing. Casey, yeah, we're a little close to Kutztown. Why? Is that where you're from? Henny, I'm good. How are you? Looking fabulous with the bow today. Sorry if I bumped the camera there. The arrows are swinging here in the wind a little bit. Man, I could not settle on the deer there. Again, pulling the bow back so many times, working those muscles. I just could not settle. But I let her go anyhow. Part of the game, learning what you're capable of. All right, hello from Bangladesh. BK57, I don't even know what that is. Hey man, I'm glad you came out of the Goon Cave just to watch this. I'm excited. Well, Casey, I love Tennessee, man. Tennessee is a great place to be. Yeah, I've got a Glock. Everybody has a Glock, don't they? Yeah, I could not get settled there and then shoot high. That's crazy. That other one's a dead ringer in the heart, though. Dead ringer. Smoke show. You know, it's crazy. Last couple times I watched Al shoot live, he's got a couple of friends over at the house. He's got some assistants to go get his arrows while he sits there and talks in front of the camera. Prime, I also appreciate a good 1911. I'm a huge fan of the Kimber. Zach, I like SIGs as well. I like the 365. My everyday carry is a 43. I guess the reason why is because it just fits my hand. So when I hit the mag release, the grip is just long enough that the bottom fat part of my hand isn't kind of holding the magazine, and it just drops free. That's what I like about it. I've got a Smith & Wesson as well. I got a couple. Springfield Hellcats are good guns. The seriousness is amazing. Yeah, I know. I love it. There's people on here from everywhere. 1911s. Yeah. Dude, the chat, I can't even keep up. Oh man, bro, get a Springfield Hellcat. It's better than the 43 and 43X. My brother has a Springfield Hellcat. I never shot it, but I did hold it a couple times, and I really do like it. They're doing good stuff with the M&P series. Yeah, they sure are. I mean, Smith & Wesson, they've been strong in that game, man. The M&Ps has just been a great gun for them. Well, it's turned into gun talk, not bow shooting, huh? I like it. My favorite gun that I have a 22 caliber Bergara BMR. No, yeah, BMR 22. It's phenomenal. Yeah, I think it is. Hellcat's pretty awesome. If you never want to use a firearm while hunting, what would your choice be to hunt with forever? Like without a firearm, what would I choose? Man, I'd have to say I gotta go. Like I gotta go with some sort of compound bow, right? Like I'd probably use my Matthews V3X. I can kill just about anything with that, like squirrels, rabbits, deer, doesn't matter. Um, but if I'm out there just trying to have fun, trying to enjoy something that is near and dear to my heart, I would go with a recurve. I got no problems with that. My success rate with a recurve is just going to be lower, right? Because I've got to be so much closer to the game. But we're working that. I'm trying to develop a confidence out to 30 yards, but that's a tough game. Blowing parts of the target into the abyss there. And that deer's probably at 20 or 21 yards. I'm not real sure. The M9's an awesome workhorse, sure is. If the world wasn't ending, what would you take with you? Or if the world was ending? I mostly hunt deer. I've hunted black bear as well, but mostly deer. I don't go out west or anything yet. Maybe we will here. Browning high power. Yeah, guys, that's what I'm talking about. It's crazy how excited you guys get in a chat. Like, it's really, really hard to keep up. I don't know if Al is still on. If he is, if he wants to jump in and kind of type in the chat, help answer some of the questions, that'd be great. And there's quite a few other folks on here that are, they are of the same mindset that Pain Train Outdoors is. If they're going to answer some questions for you, most of them have really great advice. So, and what we try to do, right? I mean, this is from the heart of who Al and I are. We are trying to dispel as many of these myths or false statements that occur all over the internet, revolving around hunting or shooting and all of that stuff. Yeah, please subscribe if you like the content. Jump on there and subscribe. We appreciate it. But we're trying to dispel all of those rumors, right? Or maybe not correct statements. Like people will tell you, you got to have some sort of scent regime. They'll tell you, hey, you can only use fixed blade broadheads, or you can only use mechanical broadheads. And guys, the facts are, this is personal. You do whatever it is you want to do, and don't let somebody try to sway you. Now, if you're asking for advice, you're going to get a lot of different pieces of advice. But what I'll tell you, in the end, no matter what you hear, go out and try some things for yourself, and then settle in on what makes your heart feel good about what you're doing. And once you get there, then you're using the right stuff. Doesn't matter about the bow, doesn't matter about the equipment, and everybody has a different budget. Everybody's got a different set of constraints that they have to operate inside. God's law, I agree with you. The culture here is pretty phenomenal, especially when we get 200, 300 people on a chat on a Sunday morning, all talk about the same cool stuff. I've got a couple of AR-15s. I got an AR-10. I love 308, man. Dropping it in there. We'll take that. Hopefully I can do that tomorrow on a big buck, right? Heart shot that thing too. And we got folks from all over the world in the chat today. Appreciate everybody. I could tell that arrow came out of there a little bit wonky. It seemed like it was kicking left. Maybe I underdrew a little bit. Again, rapid fire goodness with these bows isn't great. Cole, hey, hello from Pittsburgh. 10 p.m. in Korea. Yeah, what do you guys like? I don't know, 14 hours behind us or 50. I don't know. It's crazy. Prime, what's going on? My kid loves the Prime. Junior from Canada. There you go. You got the Blue Jays, dude. The Blue Jays are always helping me out in the woods. They tell me exactly when a deer are up on their feet and moving. Tech, I don't want to kill any innocent animals with the bow and the arrow. That would be savagery. We don't do any of that. Reglinson, what's up? Santana, howdy from Texas. You got the 556 label there. We know what you're all about. Are you doing this in the backyard? Yeah, look, I got a long fence here, so nobody can come this way. And there's no houses over there. I got a nice long stretch here where I could see a couple 100 yards. I'm all right with a recurve. I'm getting better. But I've shot about 4 million shots in the last month. Cole, you bring up a really interesting point, right? We live in Pennsylvania. There are areas in Pennsylvania where there are 25 or 30 deer per square mile. And the habitat that they live in cannot support a number that large. It just cannot. And if you look at the scientific research behind it and you look at the data that is out there on why it can't support that type of deer load, you'll see that the forest in those areas are being completely destroyed. The native plant species are being overbrowsed to the point that they don't come back. And the only way to regenerate them is through burning and trying to repopulate those native plant species. And there are other areas in Pennsylvania where maybe there's only 4 or 5 deer per square mile. So from a hunting standpoint, the management, the Pennsylvania Game Commission, what they do is they try to produce allocations and number of deer tags so that hunters can harvest deer in specific areas by management units. And within those management units, they have specific harvest goals in order to maintain the population at the best level for the entire ecosystem. So fear not, this is a highly regulated, a highly well thought out process, and it keeps a lot of deer. Like Pennsylvania, there's 60,000 deer that get struck by cars every year. That's a huge number. So hunters are going to go out and they're going to harvest 450,000 deer. There's probably 1.5 million, 1.4 million deer in Pennsylvania. You know, that number is constantly changing. I hunt 5B a little bit, and I hunt 4C primarily. Nah, I don't think it's an excuse. I think if you're harvesting the animals responsibly, you're consuming the meat, it's not much different than going to the grocery store and shopping for cow parts. Amka, hi. Hello. One A, 2A guy. Yeah, one of those areas might be one of those places that has a lower deer density than some of these other places. Sarcasm. I think 2A is what? That's out near Philly, or no, Pittsburgh. I mean, 1A, 2A. I hunt because I enjoy it. Amka, thanks for the hearts. We love it. Hi, watching from Hong Kong. Thank you. I'm different. What do you do for fun? All right, hello from Miami. That's what I'm talking about. Old Toy, what's up? You know, it's funny, a lot of times the same people that tell me that hunting is bad or that I shouldn't hunt or whatever, there's a lot of things that they do that they wouldn't discuss in an open forum that I wouldn't appreciate. But that doesn't mean I beat them up over it. They're their own people. They're going to do what they want to do. And who am I to judge, right? See, I troll on other channels. Do you have any other questions? No, I don't. I know what you're about. And you can do that. That's fine. You're driving the traffic. You're making the algorithm. Uh, you're driving traffic to the channel, so I appreciate it. Smoked him. This one's a little low. I'd like to see it a little higher, but oh well. It's in the target. This one's next to perfect. We like to see those 20-yard shots being perfect. I actually think I feel more comfortable at 20 than I do 12. Personal preference, but just seems where stuff makes the most sense for me. Nature's way of fang claw or expose and starvation are a far crueler fate than a best bow. What? A best toe. Fred Bear. Wow, dude, you putting the quotes from Fred Bear up there, Pain Train? That's what I'm talking about. I appreciate the practice that you put in. Yeah, like, and that's another thing too. Like, we got to make sure that we're doing it responsibly, right? Because doing it responsibly is what everybody wants to see. And the more responsible we are about it, I guess the more positive the view is on it. So, yeah, shoot, practice, do the best that you can while you're out there. I think that's better for the sun. Yeah. All right, where are we at here? Because I'm kind of behind on the chat. Joe, I am always out shooting. I'm doing something every day, trying to get better, trying to do the best I can with this. Yeah, old toy, sub, get it done, you know. Guys, we've also got some merch out there. There's a link in our bio. If you want to buy a Pain Train Outdoors t-shirt as a member supporting the Shed Crew, and if you don't know what the Shed Crew is, you need to figure that out because it's a pretty awesome thing. There's a band of folks that like to get together after the lives. We turn the lights out, we close the door, and we let them talk about whatever they want to live on the channel. And we like to give that out to, you know, like we like to provide that place for people to chat, like-minded individuals. So if you want, feel free to check out the link in the merch. I think it closes in another, I don't know, 11, 12 days or something like that. Buy yourself a t-shirt. We should be working through this process of monetization so that we could do the super chats and all that stuff here pretty soon. Because we got the hours, we're going to work it. You guys can all jump in the shed together. And just remember why we're out here doing it. We're doing it so that we can show everybody that the average Joe, the average guy, can go out and do some incredible stuff in the field, hunting some deer, sticks and strings, and have some pretty good success. We don't need access to private ground. We don't need big money leases. We don't need any of that junk. I'm different. I'd never block you. As long as you're not, look, I think all of your comments so far today, they haven't been, they haven't been directed at anybody. You haven't done anything mean or, outright crazy. And as long as you're respecting everybody else, I don't care what you say to me. I mean, that doesn't bother me at all. But if I do have some other folks on here that are long-term supporters of the channel, and you're, as long as you treat them okay, I'm fine. And I say this too, if you're a long-term supporter, have some respect for other people's views too. Don't be mean to each other. Best weapon for the zombie apocalypse? Dude, I'm going with a big axe. $200. I'm pulling about 43 pounds here. And that last arrow in that 5-shot string, I slung it in there too high. Too high ski. Anyway, guys, everybody eat breakfast yet? Like, what's going on for breakfast today? I haven't eaten yet. I got my coffee cup sitting up there on a fence. It's probably full of bugs and leaves at this point. And man, I know the wifey's in the house. She could probably use a waffle and some bacon. Oh man, could you imagine? Some waffles and some bacon after you shot the bow for an hour or two. Whew, man, it's sounding good already. Both of those, they look low in that target, but what we're aiming for is we're aiming for this little part right here. That's the heart on this tiny little deer, and then this bigger brown part is the lungs, and then right here is the liver. So we're aiming that low, just so you guys know. That's what we're aiming at. Don't want to pull any punches there. Just want to let everybody know where we're shooting. That's important. I got my bow from Bass Pro. What'd you get from Bass Pro? Yeah, those poor fake deer. I'm gonna have to get a new insert for them and breathe a little life into them, because they are looking a little sad. Rory, I'll give you the shout out, my man. You got a channel? You got anything going on? Because if you do, man, I'll send some guys your way to check it out. Then they'll come back and tell me whether it was worth it or not. So Rory gets the shout out. Rory, what do you do? You're a soccer player, aren't you? or a rugby player. I'm not right. I know I'm not. I can't be. Man, the leaves, when they start to change and you get that fall smell. Oh, and you get those nice, cool, crisp mornings where you're just a little bit cold sitting in a tree stand. Yeah, getting geared up. Cricket. Okay, all right. See, soccer. I knew it. Dude, you're the man. Staying fit out there. What's the draw length of the bow? Hey, listen, with a traditional bow, the draw length is basically, um, it's based on your size and where your knock point is. So for me, it's about 27 and a half inches, somewhere in that neighborhood. But depending on where your anchor point is and how far you have to pull the bow to get it to anchor, that's the draw length for these bows. But they're all rated at 28 inches for the draw weight. Oh, you didn't even see. Oh man, you didn't even see the shot. I put it right in there. I got to stand closer to the fence. I don't know why I flung that one so high. Cool winder. Are you 30 to 40? No. Freddie Fazbear and the Plush Productions. Yo, I got a giant Freddie Fazbear upstairs in the house in my kids' room. I love the discussion here, guys. Ron, what's going on, my man? Hey, I didn't see any deer yesterday. Weather was hot. It's a Saturday. There's a lot of pressure in there. I don't know if somebody moved through the bedding area and pushed deer out of there, or maybe they came in before the sun came up and the deer didn't go in there and bed, but they were not where they have been. So we'll get after it tomorrow. Tomorrow will probably be a better day. Sunday, there's nobody in the woods except for maybe some hikers and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I passed on a really decent 8 the other day. I think I posted the video on a short. Guilty waiver, get out there and shoot it, man. Indiana, you guys got some big bucks out there. Rory, I'm from Pennsylvania. That's where I like to see them, right there. Right in that gray spot. Or a light brown spot, I guess. Not really gray. I think later on what I'm going to do, there's a tree down here that I was shooting out of the other day. I think I'm going to climb up in there. I'm going to put my saddle on, climb up in that tree, and I'm going to shoot at some targets around the yard. If I can get somebody to run arrows to me, that'd be awesome. But before I do that, I'm going to get some breakfast. That's all I'm saying. Well, we put one in the lungs and one in the liver there. That liver's only a sliver. It's about a 1/4 inch long and 1.5 inches high. This one we put right in the heart. We'll leave it in there. And then we got 2 phenomenal shots here at 20. Double lunger, smoking heart. I think I need to make a list and just go to Cabela's and get a couple more deer targets. Because you guys seem to like watching the lives and shooting. I need some legs for that other doe. That's what I need. She's pretty beat too. Maybe I'll fix her legs. Maybe I'll do that today. Man, life is hard, you know? So many people have so many different opinions and so many different, I guess so, because they're all individuals. So there's like almost 8 billion people in the world. And sorry, this is just how I do. It's how I do. Guilty, I'm packing my gear now. Ron, are you gonna get on the pain train here and head down to Maryland or what? I mean, I heard all this stuff earlier in the season, like, oh yeah, we're all hunting Maryland, we're all going with you. And then we get nothing. Zach, I love it, my man. What? Yeah. Hey, are you making breakfast? Andrew, what's going on, my man? It's just, I don't know, man. When I don't work on my back tension and I don't pull through, I end up shooting left all the time. Let's work that out. See, much better. Yeah, dude, IFB. This is some legendary stuff here, and you have really got to get, like, you got to get in tune with doing the same thing. And I'm starting to get a pain in the muscle right here because I haven't shot too much in the last 3 days. But just the ability to repeat every time over and over and over again and be consistent is so hard. Clarence, that's a bear, super grizzly. Who's picking Army? I know, you just you kind of get in tune with it, and it's magical when one just kind of snaps off the string and you're like, oh, it's perfect, and you know it before it even gets to the target. It's magical. I mean, that's not terrible, but I got to be better than that. Andrew, you made your decision? What'd you get? What are you doing? Rory, I've been working on this project here for a couple of weeks, probably 5 or 6 weeks, doing the lives, maybe 7 or 8 weeks actually shooting a recurve. So, all right. Andrew, I'm proud of you, man. You're going to go out into the world and do great stuff. It doesn't matter what you do, as long as you're going out there and doing it. I think you'll be happy. Just got to keep a solid head on your shoulders. You know, realize that there are going to be tough times. There are going to be great times. And you got to make the most of all of it. I'm stoked for you, man. Congratulations. Get after it. No problem, dude. I support you 100%. Danny Babs, you can get a good recurve. You can get a Samick Sage knockoff for like 80 bucks. Or you can buy the Samick Sage. They're built in the same factory, I think. You get the Samick Sage for 150 bucks. There's quite a few really good bows out there that you can get right around that $150 mark. And then the sky is the limits. This bear cost $550. You can spend $1,500 on one pretty easy. Turkey sausage. Creative XP compound bow. What do you think of it? STX, man. Thanks for watching the stream while you're missing the doves, dude. Oy. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to shoot one more round here. At an hour and 15 minutes, I'm going to jump off. No, you don't have to be a bodybuilder. You'll be fine. PT ain't too hard. All right, I'm different. Have a good day. But yeah, I'm going to go through an hour and 15 minutes here, and then I'm going to call it quits. I'm going to go in and have breakfast with the wifey. And then I think I'm going to work on some target maintenance. Maybe go and get an insert. I don't know. Man, that's high. Why is that so high? Didn't feel like it should have been high. There we go. That's what we want. Probably high because I touched the bottom of the arrow with my shooting tab. Oh, you guys can't even see what I'm doing there. Dag nabbit. Dag nabbit. Dag nabbit. I'm just using field tips today. Maybe we'll shoot some broadheads later. There's no dot in this game. All right, anyway, I'm gonna pull those arrows. Get ready to close things down, I think. All right, even though that one looks high, it's clearly in the insert. It's a good double lung shot, no problem. So all three of those were perfect. If you guys want to see more archery related content, especially traditional archery, go ahead, hit the sub button. We got about 330 folks on here. It's a great live to be on. We do this as often as we can. Sometimes it's a little hard to get after it during the damn deer season, but you know, hang in there. We appreciate it. I'm going to give you guys an update on the finger, and I'm going to tell you what really is awesome. I thought I was going to have permanent nerve damage in this finger, right? And you can see where it gets all tore up right there. And it's much bigger than the other finger because I've developed that callus on it, right? Anyway, after 2.5, 3 days of not shooting, I did get feeling back in the finger, so I don't think I'll have permanent nerve damage in there. Just when you shoot too much, it's just going to be sore. All right, IFE. Hopefully we smash some deer. We'll catch you guys a little later. I'm going to work on a project for this afternoon to go live. Appreciate everybody. Pain Train Nation, hang in there. We love everybody. Later.